Alright, crypto fam, welcome back. Now, just last night I made over $100,000 on cryptocurrencies, and I wanted to explain to you how I did it in this video. So actually, if you take a look at the overall crypto markets, most of them are moving sideways or even down. Bitcoin down 5% for the week, Ethereum down 14%, and Dogecoin down 13%. But there's a secret gem of a cryptocurrency, one that very few people are talking about, and yet people are making thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars on this each day, and that is the Million token. This is one of the hottest cryptos currently right now in this whole entire space. A real chance of a moonshot crypto. Million overtook the DAI stablecoin actually on Uniswap for transaction volume, surpassing it with over $73 million worth of trading. 300% gains. The rank 1 crypto on Uniswap surpassing all of the other 9 combined, and the number of holders have continued to grow exponentially. Over 10,000 people now own the Million token, and this doubled from 5,000 just 2 to 3 days ago. And so just think about it, aside from price, it is really the rapid growth of the number of holders and the massive trading volume. These two key indicators really indicate the trajectory of a cryptocurrency, and moonshot capability, and Million has dominated in both. And that's not to mention the price action, while volatile, continues to see a lot of heavy buying across the board. And so when you take a step back and consider, this crypto started just less than 2 weeks ago, and yet is already dominating virtually every crypto website out there. On CoinMarketCap, trending and as a top gainer. On CoinGecko, the #1 most visited crypto. On DEX Tools, the hottest crypto. And on Uniswap, it has been dominating the charts all week, with a staggering trading volume of 135 million over the past 24 hours, almost surpassing Tether itself at 140 million. I mean, above here, all you've got is USD coin and Ethereum itself. And so tell me this isn't a crypto moonshot, because undoubtedly this is the crypto moonshot of 2021. Even large influencers are starting to pick this up. Big shout out to finance YouTuber Graham Stephan, by the way, for mentioning this on Millennial Money the other night. Great show, by the way, you should check it out. But, you know, after they took a look at the price action on Million, in which it shot up like 300% in a single day, I mean, his reaction is priceless.
Wait. So wait, I'm actually kind of blown away here. So if this is what I'm looking at, it's called Million. It's trading, it's up 237%, trading at $200 with a market cap of $200 million. He did it.
He's just stuck in a stupor the rest of the 10 minutes of the show to the end. And another shout out to popular crypto YouTuber Alex Becker, the savior of Bitcoin, the most empty house millionaire who will beat doom in order to bring back the bull market.
But I got a message from Elon. I got a message from the head whale. You don't know who he is. You can't even say his name. The head whale of crypto. He's a big whale. And he messaged me and said, Alex, I'm pulling everything until you beat this level.
He says he congratulates tech lead and all involved. No, really, he loves it. Greatest draw of the decade. And even though he doesn't own Million token, it is incredibly interesting to watch. And you know what? That's fine. He is the empty house millionaire and he wants to keep his house empty. But with the high transaction volume, this is how people are making money. Take a look at this liquidity pool I have set up here. In the liquidity pool fees, and I set this up just yesterday, over $100,000 made just overnight in facilitating trades on Million token. And the reason for this is that as a new token, Million has just such massive trading volume, over $135 million worth of trading volume in just 24 hours, $1.14 million worth of fees. And this is a good thing because Uniswap, as a decentralized exchange, spreads out those fees to all of the liquidity providers in the community, rather than say some centralized exchange like Coinbase or Binance collecting all of these trading fees. And so looking at the price charts, well, let's just say that if you like roller coasters, then you are going to love the Million token. Last night, a whale was doing some price manipulation, selling off a lot and then buying back the dips. And people were noticing this in the transactions. He broke through millions of dollars worth of liquidity support. I had several $1 million locked up in liquidity, broke through a lot of those floors. And so we're learning more and more about how to stabilize the price markets, learning about how liquidity works in Uniswap. And as our community grows bigger and more whales disappear, distributing their funds across the whole community, we're going to see less of this crazy price action. But this sort of crazy volume is great for liquidity providers who are looking for sideways type of action, because this dip was quickly bought up with strong buying volume, and the millions of dollars worth of transactions necessary to move this massive amount of money down and up, those transaction fees were distributed out to the liquidity providers. So it can be some pretty decent passive income if you're interested. And so as we've learned to stabilize the price, as a liquidity provider myself, I've been learning a lot about this space. I've been thinking that probably the most stable liquidity curve looks kind of like a bell shape. curve, because then you get a lot of liquidity towards the center of the price and then less and less liquidity on a slow gradual fall off to the extreme ends. But you can also skew the liquidity curves forward or back to provide either more price support or more price resistance depending on your market outlook. And really, by the way, anybody can be a liquidity provider on a decentralized exchange like Uniswap. It's not just me, I'm no more special than anybody else. We already have several other liquidity providers out there. And really, all you have to do is deposit a pairing of million tokens and some other asset class like USD coins or Ethereum. I mean, you don't even need million tokens to be a liquidity provider. And so anyways, if you're interested in learning more about this, check out the liquidity chat room in our Discord, where there's a great community of people sharing their learnings, and maybe you can make some passive income that way as well. And I also want to clarify, by the way, that for me as the founder of the project, I have never issued a single buy or sell order on any of these tokens. What I tend to do is create liquidity pools to deploy out the tokens at certain price targets. And as these price targets get reached, the tokens get deployed out to the people to heavy buying pressure. And so for example, let's say you're a whale. You've had a pretty good run up, you want to lock in a few profits. One strategy is to actually, rather than selling and potentially dropping the price, you can actually create liquidity pools to deploy the tokens into heavy buying pressure, and that can maintain the price, you save on the gas fees, and you may end up getting a better price for that. And then you can take some profits, you get all of the liquidity transaction fees as well as a bonus, and then you can, I don't know, dump it all into Dogecoin or something. Now looking forward, how high can million token go? Well, we can compare with Shiba token, for example. They have a $3 billion market cap, or even Dogecoin, which has a $25 billion market cap. And so we could see potentially 100x upside from here on out. We are getting the code audited and verified by CertiK. Although, come on, if you're to ask me, as an ex-Google, ex-Facebook tech lead, my credentials are probably stronger than the entire CertiK brand alone. And by the way, that CertiK audit, guess how much it costs? $10,000 to $30,000, and getting listed on an exchange up to $50,000 or more. And so I'm happy to share the journey with you of creating a coin for full transparency. And we are setting up talks with venture capitalists in Silicon Valley to see how we can take this to the next level. We even have somebody planning an expedition to the Mount Everest summit who will be planting a flag for Million token at the top. But really at the forefront, Million represents a global financial community, ecosystem, and a platform, an organic financial community driven by people whose only motivation is really world domination. And our single most valuable asset, what justifies our $100 million and above market cap, aside from myself, is the Million community. With your belief in me, and yourselves of course, but mostly in me, the Million community, the Million army is unstoppable. It's kind of like imagine being on a rocket ship. We're going to the moon, and then somebody somewhere screams fire. Well, we could all panic and flail our arms around, ejecting out into outer space halfway through orbit, or we can hold true to our original beliefs and maintain course. And it is the community together, our shared belief, that is going to propel us forward. And as we continue to grow larger and larger, we gain stability. And whatever volatility there is, it is because we are early. I mean, if you're looking for safe play, maybe you should go get married or something. But one thing you can do is join our social communities to stay informed, especially the Discord one. You know, the Discord one, loads of fun. The brilliant memes alone are worth it. And there's also people that are helping you to identify what's really going on in the markets, whether there's whale manipulation, like what happened last night, people trying to drop the price such that they can accumulate more at lower prices. And you'll learn a ton, and it's just a party over there. There is strength in numbers. Now, I also wanted to offer some very important non-financial advice, and that is, we need you to put on your diamond gloves. We go big or we go home. I'll have you know that there's no such thing as buying half of a Lamborghini. They don't sell that stuff, I looked. You either get the full Lambo or you get a decked out Prius. And so for those people who have been selling, I only have one question for you, and that is, what color Prius would you like? You know, the founder of Dogecoin, he sold out everything for a used Honda Civic. True story. That's not going to be me. You couldn't give me a free used Honda Civic. I would burn it down as rocket fuel. And so look, if you want to go off, live some stupid, normal, mediocre life, grow old and die, then by all means go do that. But for me, I'm not dying. Because legends never die. We go big or we go home. There's no in between, just like there's no half Lamborghinis. Pretty soon, I'm going to stop deploying tokens myself, and then who knows what happens, maybe we go parabolic. Now, as for a bit of financial advice, actually, I just wanted to say I really don't want to see anybody hurt. Do not put in more than you are willing to risk to lose, because this is not an investment by any means. It is a social experiment and pure speculation. We could go to the moon, Or we could go back home halfway through like what my dad used to do on our vacation trips. Some people will make money, some people will lose money. It is the free open markets, but other than that, we are going for a moonshot. My recommendation is keep it fun and as a crypto learning experience. For me, actually, as a liquidity provider primarily, I'm mostly out of the markets. Whether the markets go up or down, I still make money in the liquidity transaction fees. On a personal note for me, more important than the token, I'm so proud to have been able to share and continue to share with you the entrepreneurial spirit and drive. This is what it feels like as an app entrepreneur who has built multiple seven-figure businesses, the highs, the lows, the disbelief, and the audacity to be great. In a social culture that celebrates loserhood, I think that deep down inside, all of us have a great ambition that we never truly reveal to the world for fear of insolence, for fear of people shooting us down. You keep that ambition close to you. You never let that one go because it is your guiding light, especially during times when nobody else believes in you. When Elon Musk started his quest to go to the moon, to Mars really, nobody believed in him. All of his idols, his role models shot him down.
They inspired you to do this, didn't they?
Yes.
And to see them casting stones in your direction.
It's difficult.
Did you expect them to cheer you on?
Certainly hoping they would.
And his first 3 launches failed. Explosions. They almost went bankrupt. That is the journey of the startup. Nobody ever said this would be easy. And so just as Elon Musk is going to the moon, we too are on our journey to the moon, except our moon is going to be cooler because there's going to be Lambos and jacuzzi bars. There will be doubters. There will be people who say it cannot be done, those who will laugh at the sell-offs. But glory belongs to the man in the arena whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly. And if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. And at the end of the day, this is about people. And I have been touched by all of the stories you have shared with me about the gains that you have been making. People making $50, $60, $100,000 on some of the profits, and they've been able to pay off their student debt, get a fresh start in life, recover from devastating breakups and relationships. And it's really the stories like those that have made the project so worthwhile for me on a personal level. But it is still so early and we are only getting started. Check out the project at milliontoken.org. Loads of fun, awesome community, a great learning experience, and you will learn so much about cryptocurrencies and the future of finance. Other than that, if you liked the video, please give it a like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I will see you there, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.